It's really something how things take off online. 1 minute's quiet, the next, boom. A single post just ignites this huge conversation.
Absolutely. It's like digital wildfire sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And today, we're really diving deep into that phenomenon.
Yeah.
We've got this fascinating collection of sources, all centered around TikTok, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal, really, is to unpack how these interactions play out, from celebrity stuff, little dramas, right through to bigger news items. What does it all tell us about, digital life today?
And what's great about these sources is they're not just the main post. We get the comments, related content. It lets us see not just the what, but the how. How a whole community interprets something.
Right.
And if you pull back, look at the bigger picture, it really makes you think about things like context online, what someone intends versus the actual impact. It's complex.
Okay, so let's get into it. Our starting point is this specific TikTok upload. It's from an account called Shady Business Daily. And this post, plus the comments, other stuff from this user,
Right.
it really gives you a snapshot of how fast things can catch fire. The core accusation in this post was aimed at someone named Samyra.
Right.
It's basically said, Samyra, you're already TikTok famous, so why twist Cardi B's joke about her 3XL shirts into something it's not? This wasn't even about you, and now you're making it trend like it's shade. For what? Sometimes a joke is just a joke. Stop looking for an apology that's not owed.
Ooh, pretty direct. And shade, for anyone maybe not familiar, it's that kind of subtle, underhanded insult. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the spark.
And this is where you start peeling back the layers. You've got Cardi B on one side, her original joke about the shirts. Some commenters were framing it as like an inside thing for her fans.
Yeah, not meant to be malicious or some kind of phobia thing, as one person put it.
Right. And you even had someone, Spoiler59, who said she wears 3XL herself and found the joke hilarious. She agreed, it's just a joke.
And others chimed in with that sort of online logic, like Diamond Sacy, saying, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Basically, if it's not about you, ignore it.
Yeah, a common sentiment.
Okay, so then on the other side, there's Samyra. The sources describe her as TikTok famous and an advocate for the plus-size community.
Okay, so an influencer figure.
Right. And the controversy, according to this Shady Business Daily post, is that she, allegedly twisted Cardi's joke, that she inserted herself where she didn't belong.
Ah, okay.
And that seemed to trigger a lot of people. Lots of comments accusing her of clout chasing, just trying to get attention for the situation.
And the comment section then just lit up, I imagine. That's usually what happened.
Oh, totally. It became this, public forum on the issue. And you saw a really wide range of views.
So what were people saying? Was it mostly criticism of Samyra?
A lot of it was, you could feel this frustration. Like Raina saying, I'm so tired of Samyra, everything ain't got to be in every size. Or Rachel questioning. It's the fact that she inserted herself and made it all about her. What?
So a feeling she overstepped.
Yeah, and even someone like Jacqueline Griffin, who seemed to acknowledge Samyra's advocacy role, felt she takes it way too far sometimes, suggested she need to go outside and hug a tree. Kind of dismissive, but shows the sentiment.
Wow. And there was even a comment suggesting projection, right? Nanai saying Samyra was projecting, like maybe putting her own issues onto Cardi's words.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing how fast a sort of consensus can bubble up when someone's perceived to have, messed up online.
It is. But beyond just picking sides, what did the reactions show more broadly?
Well, you saw these immediate, unfiltered takes. It's like a masterclass in how differently people see the same piece of content. What gets amplified, what gets ignored. And then you had the broader takes on just online life, IGPNW, just saying people got way too much time on their hands.
Yeah, you see that a lot.
And Damien saying, Cardi's right. There are much more important issues right now. Kind of trying to put it in perspective.
And some people were just lost, basically.
Yeah, totally. What are we even talking about, Drake? Just pure confusion amidst the drama.
So this really hits that central question, doesn't it? When is a joke just a joke, and when does it cross a line and become a public thing, especially when an activist or influencer gets involved?
Right.
The comments really lay bare that tension, individual expression versus maybe a collective responsibility or perceived responsibility.
But it wasn't all criticism of Samyra, was it? There was that one comment offering a different angle.
Yeah, exactly. You had Devi Mamase, who asked, basically, I'm so confused, so it's okay for Cardi to care about what she cares about, but it's not okay for another activist to identify a harmful comment. Which, throws a wrench in the easy narrative. It points to that really tricky space of intent versus impact. How do you judge that in the heat of the moment?
That's a really good point. Okay, so stepping back from this specific flashpoint, what does this whole episode and the source material around it tell us about TikTok itself as a platform?
Well, I think it shows it's much, much more than, the stereotypes of just dance trends or whatever.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, just look at the suggested accounts mentioned in the sources. It's staggering.
Yeah.
You've got global music superstars Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, Bad Bunny, Shakira, JT, Rihanna.
Yeah, huge names.
Then actors The Rock, JLO, Jared Leto, even famous chefs like Gordon Ramsay, cooking with marshmallow. It's like a who's who of global culture. Shows the massive reach.
It really does. And if you think about it bigger picture, it positions TikTok as this kind of multi-purpose digital town square. It pulls together all these different types of information, different human experiences.
Yeah.
It's not solely about people making videos. It's about how fast information spreads and how communities collectively shape what things mean.
And the Discover section reinforces that, right? With all
Yeah.
those hashtags.
Totally. You see things like hashtag school hacks, hashtag smart living practical stuff, then hashtag global pick, hashtag super brand day, more commercial or curated content, and then specific songs driving trends. It's education, lifestyle, commerce, culture, all jumbled together.
It's a real mix. And what's fascinating is seeing how that account, Shady Business Daily, the one that posted the Cardi Samyra thing,
Yeah.
is actually a perfect little example of this diversity itself.
How so?
Well, okay, they're posting celebrity drama. But then you look at their other posts mentioned in the sources. There's stuff about Cardi B's soft life or Khloe Kardashian stepping up to care for Tristan Thompson's brother Amari, sort of celebrity lifestyle updates.
Right. Okay. So gossip and lifestyle.
But then they're also posting about Jamaica Independence Day, highlighting LL Cool J's career, the Cincinnati Music Fest, his Eminem collab, a hip-hop docuseries he's involved in. That's music history, cultural celebration.
Okay. Interesting. So broader than just drama?
And even beyond that, they shared news about the recovery of Giovanni Pelletier's body, a quite somber news item.
Yeah.
The arrival of Jamaican conjoined twins, Azaria and Azura Elson, for surgery assessment in the U.S., that's major human interest medical news.
Wow.
Oh, and even a clip of a guy swimming during a tsunami warning in Hawaii. Just this incredible range from one single account.
That's quite a spectrum. It really drives home the point.
It really does. It makes you see these platforms less as single-purpose tools and more like these complex, layered digital cities. High-stakes drama lives right next door to breaking news, which is down the block from global celebrations.
A really good analogy. And it's important to remember, like the sources point out, there's an infrastructure underneath all this apparent chaos.
Right. The boring but necessary stuff.
Yeah, the company info about pages, newsrooms, ads, TikTok for good, developer resources, and crucially, the health safety stuff, terms of service, privacy policies, community guidelines, copyright rules. It reminds you that this huge, vibrant ecosystem isn't entirely the Wild West. There are rules, structures, even if they're constantly being tested or debated.
Absolutely. So bringing it all together, this deep dive into just one corner of TikTok, it really it shines a light on how complex digital communication is now.
Definitely. How quickly information spreads, how subjective everything feels, that incredibly thin line between a joke and perceived harm.
Yeah, and the sheer power of public opinion online. It's undeniable.
And hopefully understanding these dynamics helps you, the listener, navigate it all a bit better. Maybe helps sort the signal from the noise, figure out intent versus outcome.
It really makes you think, though, how do we, just as regular people using these platforms, how do we shape these narratives? Is it even possible for a huge online community like TikTok's to ever really agree on where that line is between humor and harm? Or is it just always going to be blurry online?
And that leads to the bigger question, I think. In this world where any comment, any reaction can just explode instantly, how do we build a better sense of maybe shared responsibility for the online spaces we all live in and, frankly, help create every day?